Hey guitar nerds, what's up? It's Pete Thorn. Welcome to my studio, and I'm here today to show you this fine device. You saw me using it on all the tracks on the beginning of the video, and you heard it as well, of course. It's a device, incidentally, I used to use in my own guitar rig years ago, and it performed flawlessly. It's the Radial VT valve tube head switcher. So it's basically a unique AB box. Most folks out there that know Radial know that they produce all kinds of cool DIs and AB boxes and basically utility kind of problem solver gear for guitar players and bass players and musicians of all sorts. So essentially this is an AB box, but it's a unique AB box, because what it's designed to do is basically switch two tube amplifiers into one speaker cabinet. So the advantages to that setup are many, right? You can get the tonal characteristics of two completely different amplifiers if you want, but you don't have to carry around two speaker cabinets. You can just carry one and switch them into that one cabinet. I mean, who's really got room in their car for two speaker cabinets as well as two tube amps? I know I don't, but I can carry one cabinet and two heads. I know I can do that. Basically on the song at the beginning of the video, what you saw me doing is using it on 3 different guitar parts, but there's 6 different amplifiers being used. So what you're going to do to patch this thing in, this is what I did on that track, is basically you're going to plug your guitar into this. So maybe either the output out of your pedal board or the output right out of your guitar is going to go into the Radial unit, and then it's going to have 2 guitar cables coming out of it, one to the input of each of your 2 amplifiers that you're using. Then you're going to take the speaker output, okay, just plug a speaker cable into each output of the 2 different amplifiers, and you're going to run those back into this unit. And then you're going to take one output out of this to a cabinet. Okay, a cabinet or a load box. Incidentally, what I was doing on the track at the beginning of the video is running one output to my surreactive load here. And so this is something that you could also use in a recording studio if you want to save on patching in time and stuff like that. You just want to have one cabinet mic'd up, or maybe one load box or speaker simulation, that kind of thing. You can use this device as well to switch between amplifiers that way in the studio. So really useful. And then basically you just hit your AB switch right here to go from amp 1 to amp 2. So one other great feature about this device is that it's got what's called slingshot or remote switching in it. So the advantage to that is that you could have this mounted back at the back of the stage in a rack or something close to your amplifiers and speaker cabinets. You don't have to run like long speaker cables all the way out to your pedal board so that you can switch between the 2 amps. You can have a remote switch and just hook it up via this 1/4-inch jack on the back of the unit here and remote switch the unit. So that's a great feature. On the track at the beginning of the video, there's 3 distinct guitar parts and 6 different amplifiers being used. So on each different guitar part, I used 2 amps and then I switched. So on the first guitar track that comes in, what you heard was my Fender Bassman back here for the clean part, and then I switched to the 71 Marshall over there once the rhythm tone got heavier. On the second guitar track, I was switching between my Vox AC15, which you can't see, it's off camera over there, for the cleaner part, and then a top hat amp that's down there in the bottom of my my amplifier rack. And on the solo part, I was switching between the Sir Hedgehog that's up there for the first kind of lead part. It was slightly sort of mellower, less gain lead tone, and then I wanted a more cutting, kind of driving, high gain Marshall sound for the end solo, and that was my PT100 amp down there. So 6 different amps being used for 3 different parts, but all switching into the same load box. So this is really a video about a utility device that you're going to be able to use to switch amplifiers in your own guitar rig. It's not really about the tones, this video per se, but I'm going to solo the parts from the song at the beginning of the video outside of the mix anyway, so you can hear some of the choices I made tonally and the different amps that I picked, and maybe it'll give you some ideas of why you would want to use a device like this with a couple different amplifiers that you have. Alrighty, thanks for watching my video on the Tonebone VT valve tube head switcher. Super cool device that's really useful for switching 2 amplifiers into 1 speaker cabinet or 1 load box. Great for recording, great for saving space on stage and playing live, saving space on your car when you're hauling stuff to the gig. Check it out further at the website you see there on your screen, and hey, please come back and see me for more videos real soon. Hit subscribe if you haven't, and hit the thumbs up if you dug the video. Alright, I'm Pete Thorn. Thanks so much. Take care.